In general, we utilize statistics to test what are called hypotheses, or a specific question about a feature of a population. Some example questions are, does treatment have an effect? Or are two groups different? We can test a hypothesis based on these questions, assuming that samples from the population are obtained in a random manner. In general, a statistician will develop two hypotheses, a null hypothesis, H null, and an alternative hypothesis, H sub A. A null hypothesis basically states that any interesting things observed are due to random chance. An alternative hypothesis basically states that any interesting things observed are not due to random chance. Ultimately, alternative hypotheses contain all of the parameter values except for those of the null. We use hypothesis testing to determine if our estimate is surprising under the null model. In other words, we test to see if there is evidence that our null hypothesis can be rejected. However, this does not mean the alternative hypothesis is necessarily supported. In science, we aim to rigorously disprove, not necessarily to prove. Of course, we need to be specific and descriptive with developing hypotheses for specific questions about specific populations. Here is a basic example of a null and alternative hypothesis. The null hypothesis is that the mean of population 1 equals the mean of population 2. The alternative hypothesis would be that the mean of population 1 is not equal to the mean of population 2.